Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Layton. The Orange County Business Council would like to make it easier for businesses to do business. They have a program. It's called Turning Red Tape into the Red Carpet. And Jocelin Jimenez is here. She's an economic development specialist with the Orange County Business Council. And we're so happy to have you here to tell us about this.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Now, why do you have this program and what is it?
Well, of course, just to give you a background of the story, Orange County, we are the sixth largest county in the nation, and we have a 4.1% unemployment rate. But California, it's really hard to do business here, driving businesses to all surrounding regions.
So many regulations. A lot of businesses just can't afford to keep up. The property's expensive, the labor force is expensive. It's hard to find good workers in some specific fields.
Definitely. So what OCBC decided to do is to develop a Turning Red Tape into Red Carpet program, where we recognize the good work done by local governments that support the Orange County business community.
So despite some state regulations, despite what some cities may do, business organizations trying to make it easier for businesses. We're all in this together, right?
Definitely.
So how do they do that? How do they turn red tape into red carpet?
Well, it's very easy. Applications are being sent and submitted at the beginning of September, and by different governmental officials and also public agencies from local cities and special districts and also the county governments. They submit their application and then it's later reviewed by a committee.
So the Orange County Business Council is awarding these agencies who've helped these businesses, and we'll get to some examples. But first, let's talk a little bit about who the Orange County Business Council is.
Of course. So we're a business organization, and we act as a liaison in between academia, business, and local government officials to come together and talk about the issues in Orange County.
Okay, so you have created this award. There's a big reception coming up, and you have some program categories that really demonstrate the success story, give examples of these partnerships between government agencies and how it really works in the real world, turning red tape into red carpet.
Definitely. So we have different categories, one of them being a partnership award, the other one our leadership in public service award, and our program awards that are later subdivided in different subcategories.
So let's talk about some of those. You have the Partnership Award, the Leadership Award. Who are some of the past winners, and so we can get an idea of how this all works?
Of course. So the Partnership Award is awarded to that nominee that has demonstrated that commitment to public-private partnerships. And a perfect example of it is the Orange County Waste and Recycling Center, and with their Olinda Renewable Redevelopment project. And what happened there is they get gas from the landfill and then convert it into electricity to later sell it to the city and the public utilities companies to power over 200 businesses.
Yeah, and as cities get cash strapped, there's a lot more of this private partnership, private business partnership going on, because cities are looking for ways to take some of the burden off of their own books and make it more of an economic benefit for everybody involved. There's also a Business Retention and Expansion Award. Who's been getting that, and what is that all about?
Definitely. I really like this one. Our past winner was the city of Anaheim with their Brew City initiative, where the city actually in 2014, they passed this ordinance where they changed the zoning code to allow breweries, wineries, and distilleries to open up in all those commercial areas.
Yeah, who wouldn't like that, right? And it did create a whole industry there. It's really kind of known, Brew City, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, also responding to globalization. This is another area that you focus on.
Yes, so it's where we acknowledge economic development programs that seek to enable businesses, other communities, and or economic development organizations to respond to that globalization and be a little more resilient to the global challenges that we face in the 21st century.
Okay. Real estate development and reuse. I mean, real estate development, our Orange County economy, not to mention the country and the state, but real estate is a big deal here.
Definitely. And what we do is to award innovative strategies that use that redevelopment and purpose projects that are used for the creation of jobs or the increase of tax base.
So looking at old areas and revitalizing them, we're seeing a lot of that. You know, there were some, you know, the Fullerton, we see revitalization there, Anaheim, Stanton. I mean,
and even Garden Grove.
right, the whole business district, all the area around Disneyland and that kind of thing too.
Right.
Sustainable and green development, that is on a lot of people's minds, and now there's economic incentive and encouragement, and it's being recognized by the Orange County Business Council too.
Definitely. So this is the one program that awards two programs that are simultaneously hand-in-hand economic development with environmentally friendly sustainability projects.
And so who are some of the companies that have been recognized as far as that goes?
Well, this one's very interesting. Our past winners was the Orange County Transportation Agency, where
you wouldn't think of them as
No.
being green at all, because it seems like there's just people in a parade polluting everywhere you go. Right?
Definitely, but they did have this freeway mitigation program where they preserved natural resources and open space while still accelerating 13 freeway projects.
Okay, so what are some of the general success stories you see with the Orange County Business Council as you've been able to be a part of it?
Well, this program has actually been replicated by different organizations just because of how successful it has been. We've been awarded different awards as an organization by the Government Office of Economic Development and also by the California Association of Leadership Development in their Excellence Awards.
Well, those are great awards, but I think the greatest award is imitation.
Definitely.
Other counties, other areas of our state are paying attention to this, and they're replicating it, doing it too. Tell us about that.
Yes, so there's a lot of organizations in California that have replicated this effort. One of them being the Inland Empire Economic Partnership and the Silicon Valley Leadership Group.
Does the Orange County Business Council organize and encourage this sort of economic development partnership, or is this something that happens naturally between governments and businesses?
I think it's a little bit of both. In order for you to do a good job, sometimes you want to be incentivized, and this is what we do. We try to award and recognize the good work the government is doing to continue fostering that business growth.
When you guys get together for your meetings, what is it you're focusing on? I know you have the awards, but what are some of the issues that come up that you feel need to be addressed to promote your cause?
It's not necessarily an issue, but I think that the creative thought process and the innovative, that's what we want to encourage for other cities to replicate.
Look at new ways to do things. I think,
Correct.
you know, people personally and businesses and communities, you get into just doing the same thing you used to do, not because it's effective, but just because that's the way it always has
Correct.
been. Well, Jocelin Jimenez, Economic Development Specialist for the Orange County Business Council, we appreciate you being here today, and we wish you a lot of continued success in the endeavors over there.
Thank you for having me.
And we're glad you could join us as well. I'm Leslie Layton.